Well, earlier in the week, we gave you some ideas for good beach reads for kids, but what about the adults? Well, here joining us this morning with some suggestions is Anne-Marie from Symposium Books. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here. I know we were mentioning before the show that it may seem like the end of summer is approaching, but there's still plenty of time to pick up a good read.
Plenty of time. One that I highly recommend is this one over here, Bittersweet. I just finished it on the weekend. It's a nice summer read set in Maine. It's a very enjoyable, very quick read. It's very nice.
And what is the story here? What is the plotline? Without giving too much away, of
course. A very wealthy family spends their summer in Maine in their one large summer house and several cottages. And their daughter is going to a prestigious college, and her roommate is asked to come with her and accompany her for the summer up there. She is enthralled and delighted to be there, and then soon discovers that everything isn't as it seems to be. They have a history, it's violent, and it's very deceitful. So,
sounds like a page turner to me. All right, moving right along now. Even the cover of this book looks appealing.
Love it. Yeah. The Ice Cream Queen of Orchard Street is, it's set in the early 1900s. Lillian Dunkel is a Russian immigrant, and she comes over to the Lower East Side in New York with her family. Her father takes off almost immediately, and her mother is a cold-hearted woman. She abandons Lillian, unfortunately, when she's a child because she becomes crippled in one leg. So Lillian is taken in by an ice cream peddler and learns the business, and then for the next 70 years the book covers her story. She goes on to become an incredibly wealthy and very famous woman. Then unfortunately towards the end of her life, then she's hit with a lawsuit, and we're aware of this during the whole book, and it keeps us in suspense about what that could be about.
Interesting. All right, moving right along. Now, you said this one is very, very popular.
Very popular, and I thought it needed a mention because it just came out in paperback. It's currently being made into a movie. It's releasing in December, and it's your historical fiction that everybody is really, really enjoying and has been enjoying for the last, 6 to 9 months, and now it just came out in paperback, which lowers the price point, and it's going to take off again.
Yeah, that's great to mention. You said Angelina Jolie was directing this film?
She is directing the film, and
I always like to read the book
what she does
before the film comes out, that's for sure.
Yep.
And last but not least, you said this one is for certain readers in particular that are out there.
This is for your science fiction or your fantasy people. This is the third and final part of the All Souls trilogy. It's been highly anticipated, and I haven't read it yet, but the feedback I'm getting from the store is that it gives a very solid conclusion to the story, which is what the readers who've been following the trilogy along have been waiting for.
There's nothing worse than being left hanging. Knowing that it's a conclusion, but not really concluding much. So
exactly.
It's nice to know. You're going to have to pick that one up, or read the first two first before you pick up the third one. If you want more suggestions or more information on Symposium Books, head on over to the Roadshow page, WPRI.com.